Hey there, this is your host. Today's topic is going to be on what are probiotics. We'll talk about some of the benefits and we'll talk about how they're made. So let's get right into it. So what exactly are probiotics? Probiotics are live microorganisms that when consumed in adequate amounts, confer a health benefit on the host. So right there it says, live microorganisms. So you have to have a live culture of these bacteria. They're not dead, they're alive. And when you consume them in adequate amounts, so you have to have enough of them, then you can confer a health benefit. Now, where do we get probiotics from? You get them from fermented foods, or you can take them as a supplement. So here's some examples of fermented foods that contain probiotics. Yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, kimchi, kombucha, miso, tempeh, natto. If you want a food to have a probiotic in it, it must be unpasteurized. If it's pasteurized, you're going to kill the bacteria. So make sure if you're buying yogurt at the store, buy a live and active culture. There's many different strains of probiotics. There's actually over 100 trillion. The three main ones that I like to take are Lactobacillus acidophilus, Bifidobacterium bifidum, and Streptococcus thermophilus. What are some of the benefits of taking a probiotic? Well, first off, they aid in digestion. So if you have bloating, gas, abdominal discomfort, diarrhea, constipation, those types of things can all be helped with a probiotic. Probiotics also help decrease inflammation throughout the body, not just in the gut, but in the entire body. And that can help with skin conditions like eczema, psoriasis, acne, rosacea. It can help with autoimmune conditions like Hashimoto's, rheumatoid arthritis. It can even help with your mood. There was a study that showed that taking a probiotic can decrease the risk of depression. It can also increase your energy because a lot of our energy comes from the mitochondria in the cells, and probiotics help support the mitochondria. Alright, so now let's talk about how they're made. Now there's two different types of methods on how they're made. One is called the traditional method, and the other one is called the modern method. The traditional method is where you take the fermented foods and you actually eat the whole food. So for example, you would eat the yogurt. In the yogurt, there's going to be a mixture of bacteria, so you're going to get a mixture of different types of probiotics. But you're also going to get other nutrients along with it. Like you're going to get protein, fat, calcium, vitamin D, vitamin K2. So you're getting a lot of other nutrients along with the probiotic. However, when you start to extract or isolate the probiotic, then you're going to have a more concentrated amount of the probiotic. So when you take a probiotic supplement, you are going to get a lot more probiotics than if you were to eat the actual food itself. Now, the traditional method has been around for thousands of years, but it does have some drawbacks. The drawbacks are, no. 1. You can't control the strain, so you don't know exactly what strain you're getting. This could be a mixture of different strains. Also, you can't control the amount of bacteria. It's very difficult to standardize the amount of bacteria in a food. Also, you're dependent on the person's digestive system. If their stomach acid is too strong or they have too much stomach acid, then the bacteria may get killed by the time it reaches the small intestine. So now let's talk about the modern method of creating a probiotic formulation. So in the modern method, you take a single strain, okay, and you grow that in a laboratory setting. So you have complete control over that strain. Then you put the bacteria into a capsule or a powder or a tablet. So that's the modern method of creating a probiotic. And there's also a freeze-dried version of a probiotic. So when you're taking a probiotic, you always want to look on the label to see if it's a freeze-dried probiotic. If it is, make sure that it has a desiccant packet inside of it, because it needs to be kept really cold. If it's not freeze-dried, then it can be kept at room temperature. Alright, thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video. Hey, before you go, if you're benefiting from any of my content, I would love to hear about your success story. Please share it in the link down below.